What's going on, everyone? Just wanted to throw a few ideas out there in regards to a few displays, some changes we could do to get some additional or swap out some statues per se, not additional. Because most of my displays are pretty much full. The only way I can get new statues in this current like place is either right here or freaking selling something and buying something new. That's like we're pretty much at that point. Otherwise, it's just going to get way too cluttered. So, one statue in particular I would love to add to my horror collection is Pumpkinhead 1/3. Now, I'm going to wait for some in hands. I want to see a side by side next to this one. Now, I know Mr. X is going to get it, and I'm sure he's going to do an Extrumble versus this one. That's what I want to see. I want to see just how much bigger and how much of a pain in the butt to display is that 1/3. Is it worth the hassle? Now, let's say hypothetically, it is worth the hassle. Mr. X says it's a freaking 10 out of 10 grail, whatever. And it just looks amazing. And it definitely looks much better than this one. And I'm like, okay, I gotta get it. So we'll sell that one probably for $800, which is annoying because it costs $12.50. But PCS statues in general have terrible resale value. Now, the best way to go about this would be probably moving Ghostface down in that spot. I mean, you could do Ghostface either there or there. It doesn't really matter. Probably actually maybe move Candyman to the right, Ghostface on the left. And then I would remove the Warrens and do like the Candyman prop there and Scream shadow box right there, since I can't put them down low. Like that would be one example. Then that opens up Scream spot for Pumpkinhead 1/3. In the corner would work best due to the depth. I have a lot of space actually behind that. If you can kind of see, there's actually quite a bit of space because the shelf actually has about 6 inches to the right. Ghostface isn't very deep, but it fills the display nicely because of the wall. But if I was to, let's say, get Pumpkinhead 1/3, I could have it like basically all the way to the back. And then I'm guessing the arm would probably come to about right here, because I definitely got at least 30 inches depth before it comes off that shelf at that diagonal angle. Now, I do like Ghostface more than Leatherface, but I need to keep Leatherface top shelf, because for me, I do view those two and those two as like pairs, the 4 iconic slashers. I would view Ghostface as like the most, like the 5th and 6th with Chucky. But when it comes to like the 4 main ones, it's got to be Leatherface, Myers, Jason, and Freddy. So that is one way we can get 1/3 Pumpkinhead. Now, I don't need the Howling 1/3. It's a cool statue, but I thought the movie sucked. And I already have a way cooler looking werewolf display. This one right here, I think it's a much cooler looking statue. I got the bust, the 1/3, I'm good. Pumpkinhead, I would want it 1/3. Mainly because this is 1/4. It's, I want all my statues to be scaled properly. I don't like having a random 1/4 and a 1/3 setup. That's the one big reason. It is probably just that. Just so I could have all 1/3 in life size in the display. Nothing is a different scale. So that is the first thing I wanted to talk about. Like I said, I'm going to wait to see Mr. X's videos. And depending on him and maybe some other horror collectors, how good it looks is when I will get the PCS Pumpkinhead 1/3. It has to be the exclusive. Now, as you guys know, I did a video the other day about KD, Goku versus Majin Vegeta. The prototype looks like a freaking masterpiece. Now, that can only fit in my collection in kind of 2 ways in this general area. If we're going to put it in this general area, height-wise, it can only go in 2 spots. So I don't know if it would fit or if it would look too cluttered or whatever, but theoretically, if I moved Goku bust all the way to the back and to the left, or his arms like hanging off right here, Vegeta bust all the way to the back, just remove the Shenron Dragon, throw it in the hallway, all the way to the right, and I could height-wise fit Goku versus Vegeta here. Height-wise, it's slightly smaller than that bust, the Goku bust to be specific. So it's 37 inches tall, so it's very tall. Wouldn't fit in any other of these other shelves. It has to be that shelf. if it's going to go in this DBZ setup. Now, I don't know if it would fit. I mean, right now that display looks nice and clean. I got a ton of little props. I could remove basically all those little props, put them elsewhere or whatever, and just do Goku and Vegeta bust with the Goku versus Vegeta. That is one example. That is also extremely heavy. These busts alone are about 75 pounds each, so 150 pounds. I'm guessing his Goku versus Majin Vegeta is going to be another 50 to 75 pounds. That's a lot of weight. And I only have a single shelf there. It's on a double shelf. I know these shelves can hold 800 pounds, and the bus would be right at the metal in the back, so I'm sure it would hold the weight fine. Nevertheless, that is one option. Because I know in general, I've seen people do these two busts with the Gohan bust, all in one garage shelf. They do like Gohan in the middle, Goku to the right, Vegeta to the left, and they're able to fit it. I've seen it done. So I'm like, okay. And the display is nice and clean right now. Looks good. But if we could fit Goku versus Vegeta there, and it doesn't look too cluttered, like I can still see the bus, I can see Goku versus Vegeta, then I would accept that. But let's say that just will not work. I'm like, yep, not going to work. Because honestly, another bust I wouldn't mind if I was to put a bust up there would be KD Frieza bust. I want the Frieza bust. I love Frieza. So, yeah. We'll leave it at that. That's like kind of option A, but likely may not work. Option B is going to have to come into this display. Meaning basically where the clicker bust is at. Now, my initial plan is to move Ellie and Abby more to the right and like closer together. Move the clicker right in the middle of the poster and have Last of Us 1 right here. However, what I could do is where this is at, we do Goku versus Majin Vegeta, kind of maybe like diagonal angled. And then you do clicker bust and Last of Us 1. Underneath, we get rid of Neo, move Bloodborne over there, move Ghost of Tsushima a little to the left, and we can fit Ellie and Abby right there. So just by getting rid of Neo, lowering Ellie and Abby, and they don't truly need to be top shelf. They're not tall statues. And their faces aren't necessarily like super looking down. I mean, Abby's slightly looking down. Ellie is looking slightly up. But this would still look solid, like right there. I could theoretically also have them in the middle if I wanted to and do like Ghost of Tsushima, Ellie and Abby, Bloodborne. The idea is I kind of want it just directly underneath if I'm going to do this. And then, of course, Goku versus Vegeta right here. So DBZ slightly bleeds into the into the video game display. Now, as you guys know, I'm really trying to get my upstairs bedroom for Dragon Ball Z statues. If I can, it's basically going to solve all my video game and Dragon Ball Z statue space needs. Because then I could get one additional DBZ shelf. On that shelf, I would do KD Goku vs. Vegeta. Underneath, do KD Goku vs. Frieza, Gohan vs. Cell, Goku vs. Buu, all dioramas. And possibly even the additional Goku and Majin Vegeta bust. I could definitely fit all that upstairs in my spare bedroom. This would open up for video game space. As you guys know, I'm dying for video game space, so I hate sacrificing one video game spot for a DBZ. As much as I love that DBZ, I'd ideally like to not sacrifice video game space. So I'm really hoping it kind of can work here, or I could just convince my wife. I've already offered her $10K for upstairs. She said no. So we'll see what the future entails, but we're definitely getting that Goku versus Vegeta. I'm still trying to determine if I want to get the Goku versus Frieza. I'm sure that one's not going to be a sellout. Like it's going to ship and you'll still be able to buy it probably. So I want to kind of wait and see some in hands and people's reviews to get that piece. I know Goku versus Vegeta, that's 100% mine. So I have been thinking a lot lately that I will do 3 video game 1/3 here in the middle room. Anyways, folks, let me think, like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.